From calling the cops on her boyfriend.
So he was your boyfriend?
Yes.
Apparently, did he just broke up with you just a few minutes
Well,
ago?
yeah,
prior
basically
to
the
calling?
Sharon, his sister, you know.
To forcing his wife to have sex right after surgery.
And afterwards, it felt like I had ripped open my sutures.
What is that, mold?
Here are the 8 messiest couple breakups ever featured on My 600 Pound Life, starting with Lacy and Ricky, who met on a dating site, and despite having emotional epilepsy, Ricky took care of Lacy's daily needs.
So, Lacy asked me to come to the bathroom, and sometimes I do help her wipe herself. It doesn't bother me because I love her a lot, and I really like to keep Lacy happy.
Yet Lacy made minimal effort toward independence, a dynamic that immediately drew suspicion from Ricky's sister Sharon, his legal guardian who saw the truth.
But it's not love. We all know it's not love. I think it's more like she needs somebody to take care of her, and my brother just automatically just jumps in and does it because that's what he does.
On their way to Texas for Dr. Now's program, Sharon discovered Lacy skipped crucial appointments, blaming
Financial afford plane tickets or something? I don't remember.
Plane tickets are hella cheap right now. You mean to tell me you were supposed to go see the doctor then?
Understandably, Sharon's rage intensified because she had helped raise funds only for Lacy to spend them on something unnecessary.
Down in Houston, you are not ready to lose weight.
She took advantage of a medically and mentally handicapped man for his benefit and to have a free home aid. Eventually, the car trip erupted in accusations.
This is the second appointment she missed. I just found this out. I've been helping her out. Helping her sell little things, helping her get money. Air tickets are cheap as right now. Cheap as every day this week, this is done. It pissed me off. If she lies one more time, I swear to God, I'm a karate chopper. I don't even want to drive y'all down there no more.
As Ricky watched silently, realizing she just used him as a caregiver. With Sharon confronting Lacy for using her brother, and sick of Lacy's deception, Ricky reached his breaking point.
She ain't gonna do what this program's meant for. Well, what's the point of me being around?
I did not give up on you,
You
Ricky.
have not brought
I
him
have
up.
not.
In a quiet yet devastating moment, he called off their engagement, declaring he wouldn't uproot his life for lies.
I'm done.
Done. If there's a gas station, bro, you're getting left at Temple, Texas.
But things only escalated when Sharon and Ricky pulled over at a gas station to end it. That's when Lacy phoned 911 saying,
I'm at this gas station, and I'm from Washington State, and the driver, Sharon Gilmore, and my ex-fiance, Ricky, are driving me to Pasadena, Texas. I'm scared because I'm going to be dropped off in this parking lot. I am disabled. I have, a 6x12 trailer, and I'm just not sure what I'm doing right now.
She blamed both Sharon and Ricky for abuse, but denied ever making a complaint against him despite having done so.
Hey, why would it hurt you?
Now, you wouldn't hurt me, Sharon.
You said them at me.
No, I did not. I said
Well,
Sharon.
however you want to put it, you know,
Okay, well,
I
I
took
don't know
care
how
of
to
you. I didn't
understand
wipe your own towels down.
In the end, after talking to Sharon and Ricky, the police officers decided to let them leave and help Lacy find somewhere else to go for the night. Finally fed up with Lacy's drama, Ricky and Sharon donated Lacy's belongings to a charity organization, decisively ending their relationship. As Lacy's dependency collapsed under betrayal, Maya's relationship unraveled through blame and broken promises. Maya and Christian met on a dating site, and within months, he offered her to move in, but as her health complications worsened, their relationship began to break down.
It just seems like we're fighting a lot more now lately, and I feel like he's getting more and more distant, because there's no intimacy in our relationship.
Christian was soon trapped as her reluctant caregiver, and while he wanted her to get better, Maya was busy self-sabotaging her health.
He doesn't know when I go to get food because I get dressed to go out and I tell him it's for errands. But it's a lie, because the only thing I'm going to do is eat.
But that wasn't all. Christian's longing for children clashed with Maya's inability to conceive, straining their bond further until Christian reached out to Dr. Now for help.
He really wants children, and I can't give him children because of my size and weight.
Though Maya hoped for support, her complaints started the moment they landed in Houston.
I don't know what to say.
My hip hurts really bad.
You were sitting on a flight for a long time. If you need to sit down, let's sit down.
And when a rental car mix-up confusion occurred, sick of her drama, Christian walked away.
Sid, you don't understand what just happened to me.
I gotta use the restroom. Just hang out for a second, okay?
No.
It was very uncomfortable with the airport scene, where she was on about how everyone lied to her about the distance, or the cars, etc. Then she blamed their lying on her weight. However, at their first appointment, their relationship was met with skepticism from Dr. Now.
It's actually the support she claims he is. But he seemed a little detached and skeptical that Maya would be able to lose the weight she needs.
After moving to Houston, their fights intensified, and during the road trip to their second appointment, Christian confessed.
He never thought I would make it this far and we'd have to be down here for a year.
And admitted that he wanted to return home. Maya, on the other hand, continued to sabotage her diet, but when Dr. Now questioned her lack of progress, she shifted the blame to Christian.
Christian and I have been fighting a lot, and getting down here, driving, was just really stressful. But I've been trying to eat as healthy as I can.
She was accusing him of her failure when he was helping. Nobody deserves to be abused, especially when they are trying to help. As Dr. Now encouraged Christian to support her new goals, his cold disinterest revealed their relationship's core dysfunction to everyone in the room. Despite being the deceiver herself, she started yelling and accusing Christian of ruining everything, and costing her the weight loss surgery.
You're costing me my weight loss surgery and you're ruining everything! Damn it, Christian, stop! Stop!
But she crossed all limits when she phoned her mother to paint him as the villain.
Everything up at the doctor's office!
I'm gonna stop it up.
No! Mom! 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 I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He's with my life. Yes, Mom, he's...
I hated seeing her call her mom and give Christian the phone. They were terrible together either way. Fed up with her toxicity and taking the blame for her own bad decisions, Christian decided to leave forever.
I was on my way to the grocery store and I got a text from Christian that just said he was leaving, and his mom got him a bus ticket back and he's leaving tomorrow morning. So I just want to see him and talk to him.
Just as Christian vanished with no warning, Angie's history of relationship, abuse, and prison time set the stage for betrayal from the very start, starting with her first husband, James.
James became abusive when we found out I was pregnant with Desiree.
And her second partner, who was incarcerated when...
And I went to jail for complicity to burglary. I was sentenced 2 years. I only went for 8 months. But while I was in jail, my husband, James, was incarcerated with a 10-year sentence.
Yet meeting Justin online offered her hope as they bonded over shared loss.
Prior to losing my father. And because Justin's lost his father, we became friends immediately.
Attracted to her personality, Justin agreed to support her weight loss journey, but instead of showing gratitude, she began commanding him relentlessly.
I'm gonna find out a store for you. You can go to the store.
Well, you better make sure it's close to here because I'm not getting lost in here.
Their first clash erupted when Justin simply asked her to find a nearby store to avoid getting lost.
The store so I can
Einstein?
see how far it is and where I gotta go.
No, it's your point of your attitude. You've had an attitude since we left home, and you can go back home and I have my brother come here. Believe that.
But instead, she accused him of never supporting her and berated him.
Because I don't want to drive to a store that I don't, I'm in that city I don't know about. You want me to drive around to stores, but that's pathetic because I don't want to get lost.
Loser. You shouldn't even be around me anyways. That's all you are, is a loser. Freaking put on a show for people.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
fake as
in my mouth. No, you are.
No, you're fake.
The audience was quick to draw parallels, commenting, "I thought Maya was too upset to watch because her being so abusive to Christian. Boy, do we have a new winner. She is so much worse than Maya in my opinion." And the criticism only intensified during their initial Dr. Now visit. because even as Justin helped her, she somehow found ways to verbally attack him.
Quit being spaghetti arms when I need you, dude.
I'm not.
The tension was getting too out of hand that even Dr. Now ended up labeling her as manipulative.
And her manipulating is going to be another big problem because your lady wants to be the one who's in control, where everyone believes and does whatever she says.
Viewers were left frustrated with one saying, "One of the most infuriating patients I've ever seen on the show." Fed up with constant arguments and battling his own drug addiction, Justin finally decided to leave.
About a week ago, we got into an argument. He was under the influence, as usual, and he packed his things up and left.
But to everyone's surprise, he returned days later saying,
I want to see her get better so she can have a life and we can have a life together.
Yeah.
And even though Angie blamed Justin for taking drugs, the biggest shock came when Dr. Now himself revealed,
But you know that already, didn't you?
I know. I have in my system.
Even then, Justin supported her. And in order to improve their broken relationship, Dr. Paradise advised her,
I want you to set a meeting with him, I don't know, every couple days, where you sit and you plan to talk about these things. Sometimes they call it a marriage meeting.
But what was supposed to be a healthy exercise turned into another argument.
I'll try.
Except for like when you're drunk or, you know, but do you know that though?
Yeah, I mean, I know. I just can't physically say it like I can't.
I know.
Reducing him to tears all because he had trouble sharing his feelings. Man, Angie really is the worst. Blames everyone but herself for everything that goes wrong. And thinks she is owed things from strangers online. Just as it looked like they were getting back together, another explosive argument broke out, which became Justin's final breaking point.
And having our times on Monday where we worked on communicating. And I was talking to him about how hard he makes it on me when he's not positive. And that led to a fight somehow. He just lost it on me for the whole day.
He didn't just abandon her and file for divorce, but he crossed every line.
And to top it off, all my medication got stolen.
The day before he left, we were robbed during broad daylight. And they took my dad's ashes. That's the only thing I'm sad about.
While Angie and Justin split over betrayal, the same can't be said for Chuck, whose second chance at love with Nissa fell apart under caregiver strain. After his wife's murder, Chuck never expected to find love again. But then he met Nissa, whose past relationships crumbled because
all my relationships I felt had failed because of my weight, and I didn't want to judge him for his weight.
Soon after, they built a life, got married, and even adopted a son, Nathan. But right from the start, Nissa had different thoughts on their marriage.
Marriage is extremely difficult when you're married to someone who's 600 pounds. We don't have an intimate relationship. Our marriage is much more caregiver.
And the audience picked up on it too, with one commenting, Chuck never loved Nissa, he loved having a wife take care of him. Nissa was overwhelmed by his weight and lymphedema, which left him unable to contribute or provide, making her clearly fed up.
Our family won't last much longer if something doesn't change.
Eventually, she pushed Chuck to get help, wanting him to be healthy and alive for a long life. But Chuck wasn't ready.
Thought of me leaving her behind, thought of leaving the baby behind, that hurts.
Which made Nissa terrified for his health and cravings, wanting nothing but the best for him. Instead, Chuck lashed out at her.
Some wife you are. Let's go ahead and go.
Let's get out of here. You leave my wallet, son, catch a cab to Beaumont.
Marvin Charles, I'm picking you up. Don't be over.
However, after realizing his mistake, he later apologized.
Baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. Things are gonna be a lot different, a lot better.
While Nissa poured every effort into saving their family and supporting Chuck, he constantly complained and never made the sustained effort she needed, making her admit that
Chuck has to change. I can't handle it anymore.
Even Dr. Now felt the same way, saying,
Chuck is one of those patients that he will never tell you the truth about his eating habit.
Unlike Nissa's dedicated care after his surgery, Chuck couldn't be bothered when she needed help post-surgery. He refused to get her medicine from the pharmacy.
You want me to make a special trip just to go get the medicine?
Instead, he went out and bought grilled chicken for himself. Despite all this, Chuck still refused to help around the house. And now sick of his unchanged behavior, Nissa finally served him divorce papers after 3 years of marriage. He begged for another chance, but when she refused, he immediately reverted and accused her.
I'm miserable.
Okay. It's all about money. I will take the car tomorrow.
Which led to a heated debate.
My damn leg, I couldn't get surgery, and I've been handicapped, and you want to hold that against me?
You're 43 years old. You're old enough to take care of yourself.
I'm sorry. I hope I should never made you mad this morning. I will make this work, I promise. I will do right.
And despite her years of sacrifice, he blamed her that
she don't care. She does not care. I love it, baby. Stop thinking about him.
And while Nissa moved out and filed for divorce, Chuck desperately called her, pleading for her to return because he had nothing left to live for, promising change, but the trust was gone. Nissa rejected him and finalized for divorce, which left Chuck devastated.
I'm fine. She's coming home until you're gone. I would like you to sign the paperwork. Period.
For many viewers, his breakdown crystallized a harsh truth. He's the worst kind of person. He's always the victim, he can treat his wife as shitty as he wants to, but when she stands up for herself, he's in tears. However, in a bitter turn of events, a person spotted Chuck at a convenience store where he called Nissa crazy. Moments like this are a reminder that change isn't just about the big public moments. It's also about the quiet battles we fight when no one's watching. A 2022 study by the University of Chicago looked at overweight adults sleeping an average of 6.5 hours a night. When researchers helped them increase that to 8.5 hours, they naturally ate about 270 fewer calories a day. That's the equivalent of losing 26 pounds in a year just from improving sleep. That's why I want you to know about Sleeplean, a 100% natural, stimulant-free formula you take before bed. It helps you relax, fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and activate your body's overnight fat-burning mode. And right now, they're running an incredible deal. 6 bottles for just $39 each, plus free US shipping, and 2 bonus ebooks to help speed up your results. Click the link in the description now to claim your supply. It's backed by a 90-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. Now back to our story, and to a couple whose struggles took a very different turn. Unlike Chuck and Nissa, Gareth's flattering words masked his true desire to keep Zsalynn forever unchanged. They matched on a dating site, and weirdly enough, Gareth confessed that
when I first met Zsalynn, it was her size that attracted me to her.
Exposing his fetishistic motives from the start. Early on, he pretended to support, assuring he'd stand by her.
He's been telling me he's behind me with this surgery, but I don't think he actually thought I was going to go through with it.
Yet beneath the flattery, he wanted her unchanged.
Since I married you 10 years ago when you were a happy fat girl, and I was happy to marry a happy fat girl. If you'd have told me 10 years ago I was marrying an unhappy fat girl, then maybe I wouldn't have married you.
I mean, I'm a little bit sad because, you know, I like bigger women, so it's a little upsetting to lose what you like.
He's a fat fetishist, a feeder. He didn't care about his wife as a person, just as a sex object. And when Zsalynn finally had surgery, Gareth refused to accompany her, skipped recovery visits, arrived later to pick her up, and his first words weren't "how are you," but
you haven't lost much weight yet. I was expecting to look a lot skinnier straight after, man.
While Zsalynn looked for Gareth's support through her weight loss journey, he made it clear what his priorities were.
I'm not looking to do no dieting, mind. I mean, I'll be considerate around you eating, but I'm not looking to do no dieting.
And in that moment, she knew he'd never be her supporter. All Zsalynn wanted was to walk with their daughter Hannah and be active in her life, but Gareth actively sabotaged her. Right after her high-risk surgery, he detoured to a fast food joint, tempting her with burgers and fries, jeopardizing her recovery. Viewers were understandably disgusted by Gareth's betrayal and lamented, that man would have gladly sacrificed his wife, his child's mother, for his own sexual pleasure. Despite feeling unsupported, Zsalynn was determined to take control and reclaim her life. She enrolled in fitness classes, only for Gareth to discourage her.
I mean, you know, rather than going to some city class where you're paying $50, why don't you start simple? Rent the house, grab the vacuum, break a sweat.
He repeatedly challenged her weight loss journey to new cruelty.
Yes.
What you want?
I don't know. I'd rather have a salad.
I'm not buying you a salad. If you want to eat grass, you can go in the garden and graze.
Which even made their daughter Hannah snap.
Hannah, I married him because if I hadn't married him, I wouldn't have you, baby.
So, worth it?
No, I agree with Hannah. It wasn't worth it.
I can't imagine trying to lose weight for the sake of myself and my kid and my husband just bullying and sabotaging me the whole time. But the final blow came in Zsalynn's raw interview confession. I know people wonder if Gareth's really that awful, but editing made him look like an angel. Facing daily contempt and fearing her health would rob Hannah of a mother, Zsalynn chose life over a marriage built on fetishization and sabotage to save herself and her daughter.
My life is so much better now. And part of that is because Gareth and I are finally officially divorced.
Just like how Zsalynn broke free from a partner who fetishized her size, Raina fled a man who blamed her for driving him to violence. Lee and Raina met each other at a weight loss clinic, but were kicked off for falling in love.
And then we were an item at the clinic. But that broke the rules there, so we either had to stop dating or leave.
Both of them being patients themselves, Raina took care of Lee and prioritized him over herself, taking care of him from bathing, toileting, and even feeding. Yet he repaid her tireless care with a cascade of toxic behaviors. Raina wanted both of them to lose weight together so they could pursue a life together. However, Lee showed his concern.
Because if we don't get help, I will probably just keep getting bigger and bigger until my heart can't take it no more. And I don't want that for me or Renee.
But what began as a loving relationship soon started to spiral into something far worse. As Lee started losing weight and becoming independent, his temper started coming back, making both of them accept how bad their relationship was going.
As we should do.
We are.
But I'm not talking about just eating.
I know. No, we're not.
I'm talking about everything.
The fighting between them only increased over time, and as if that wasn't enough, Lee started manipulating his girlfriend for something far more selfish.
And I don't know why. We missed our last appointment with Dr. Now because Lee didn't want to go.
He was jealous of her and worried about her progressing and not having to be there to take care of him anymore, and quickly progressed to mentally harassing Raina.
To me, like a human is when you need or want something.
Yeah. What do I do the rest
You call
of the
me a F&B or
But the worst was yet to come.
there is nothing to drive a person to physical.
I was extremely worried for her when it came out that he was abusing her. Then he gaslit her by telling her that she makes him hit her, as if he can't control his own actions. However, the moment Lee gained his independence, his toxic side emerged. And after years of Raina's devoted care, he had the nerve to tell her,
We are never, ever going to see eye to eye, no matter what.
Been with him 11 years and he had never been violent.
Lee's behavior and the environment he created around Raina delayed her own surgery.
Then I'll approve you for surgery. Okay. All right, any other questions? No. Okay.
And with each act of violence, viewers were starting to feel increasingly angry towards Lee. Raina should get away from him as soon as possible. I would never stay with a violent man. He's a creep. Both of them attended therapy sessions to help them rebuild their relationship.
Out in anger and getting physical with her, you leave the relationship because it's a matter of life or death for the both of you.
I see what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. And now I feel.
Which paid off for a short while when Lee accepted his mistake and apologized.
I know that I need to change. And I'm very sorry for the way I've treated you, Renee. And I'm going to do my best to do better. I love you. Let's just try to work through this.
Yet their arguments didn't stop, and soon after, Lee did the most unexpected thing.
I know this, but it ain't like I doubled my fist and knocked the piss out of her.
What people have to realize is that domestic violence is progressive.
Sick of Lee's toxic behavior and his unwillingness to change,
I guess we're going to the hospital.
Even off camera, Lee's manipulation persisted. Raina exposed his betrayal on social media after photos of him with a married woman surfaced. Much like Raina, Roni reached her breaking point only after enduring irreversible harm. Michael and Roni always had a toxic relationship, but she still fell in love with him for his caring nature. He would often lash out at his wife for trying to keep him healthy.
Sometimes she makes healthier food, and I would lash out at her.
And harass her and their children verbally over the smallest things.
Come on, son. DJ, did I ask you, does that box fit next to it?
Which got many viewers infuriated. I got so tired when he was yelling at his son for not doing his best. Maybe you should frickin' get off your wheelchair and do something with your life. And despite all of it, Roni still hoped everything would change.
That he will change, that he will be a better person, and I know my kids are hoping.
And
I would love Michael to take back the role of being head of the house, but he needs to do something more.
what made it even more heartbreaking was that Roni and her daughter Brianna were already working themselves to the bone just to get by, and he piled abuse on top of their daily struggle.
I'm working now, my daughter's working 2 jobs. She's going to school, I'm going to school, and all the weight's been put on me and Brianna to bring in money so that we could pay the bills.
Even viewers agreed that his wife is in an abusive relationship. Although the therapy session did help their relationship, Michael got involved more with his family, and just when everything seemed to go normal, his anger escalated and he did something that left everyone shocked. During a visit to Dr. Now, Roni revealed that
he went to the restroom and he was like yelling, calling me names and everything. I pushed open the door and he slammed the door so hard that
when Roni was telling Dr. Now what happened, you could see and hear how scared and sad she was. It was heartbreaking. Sick of the relentless verbal and physical attacks, Roni reached her breaking point. She quietly took her children and walked away from Michael. Just as Michael's anger severed a finger, Gilbert's betrayal ripped Lupe's heart wide open. Gilbert was more than just Lupe's husband, he was her full-time caretaker who took care of her from feeding to bathing, but this was taking a toll on him because, as much as Gilbert showed support in her weight loss journey, the cracks began to show.
And I want to see her get better. I'll do anything I can for her. I just want her to comply. And
Lupe discovered that Gilbert was flirting with women on social media and trying to meet up with them. And when she confronted him, he lied, claiming,
"That's so disrespectful, you know? It gets me, it irks me."
I'm just sending scriptures out with no pictures of me and just of God and, you know, the news and stuff like that. I'm here clicking and grabbing anyone I can.
But when Lupe pressed further, he admitted the truth.
Sometimes I feel like I'm out looking for affection sometimes because I don't get it from you.
But the real shock came after the surgery when she called to be picked up and he mistook her for another woman, blaming her for it, which broke her heart.
It made me feel so worthless when I found out he's trying to be with other women because I'm not enough like this.
No one is ever justified in cheating on someone, be a man and leave the relationship. Still, Gilbert insisted he loved her and wanted to move forward, but his actions told a different story, as he cooked her unhealthy food in an attempt to enable her, which sparked yet another argument.
Easy out there too, made just to eat.
What are you so upset for? Well, your soup's right there. I'll strain the rest when I get back, then I'll go get my burrito. I'll be back. I'll go to the corner real quick. You sit there and pray God to change your freaking attitude.
In order to help their relationship, Dr. Now recommended them therapy, and for a while it helped.
And I've got to find ways to continue to work on myself, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty.
However, Gilbert's sabotage ran deeper. Instead of focusing on recovery, he tried to do something reckless that put Lupe's health at risk again. And that's when the breaking point came. Right after Lupe was discharged from surgery, Gilbert forced Lupe to have sex, an act that ripped open her stitches. And all Gilbert could think of was to get drunk. Eventually, Lupe had emergency surgery to repair the damage to her sutures and decided to leave Gilbert.
Now, if you like my videos, please subscribe or watch my similar videos here.